So the zero product principle is a new tool that is going to be extremely helpful in solving equations that are nonlinear. So basically the zero product principle tells me that if the product of two or more factors is equals 0, then at least one of the factors must be equals to 0. So if I have the product equals 0, it's either because one of them has to be 0. So what I would like to do is we're going to do an example of how to use the zero product principle to solve an equation. So let's say that I have the following equation and I need to solve this equation. In other words, I need to find the answers for x and for x in this particular equation. Okay, so that is my equation. Okay, as I see, I have two factors, and the zero product principle tells me that if this is equal to 0, it's because either this is 0 or this is 0. Now, I know that if I have x minus 2 equals 0 and I add 2 on both sides, I have x is equal to 2. And here, if I have x plus 3 equals 0 and I subtract 3, I'm going to have x equals to negative 3. So I have solved my equation. Okay, and again, the zero product principle has helped me solve this equation. Okay, let's suppose that I have another equation. Let's just take example 2. Okay, so now I have 4t minus 3. 4t minus 3 times t plus 11 equals 0. Okay, again, I have the product of two expressions, so either this is 0 or this is 0. Okay, let's just make a line here so you can see. Now, if 4t minus 3 is equals to 0, I'm going to add 3 on both sides, and then I'm going to divide by 4. So I have one solution, and here I subtract 11, and I get to my solution. Okay? Let's do a last example about the use of the zero product principle. Let's say that I have, I'm going to call this example 3. Okay? So let's say that I have that negative 6x times 2x plus 3 is equals 0. Okay? So what happens if that is equal to 0? Well, I can say that I have two factors. So either this is 0, right? And if that is 0, that would mean if I divide by negative 6 on both sides, I get 0 divided by negative 6, which is 0. And in this particular case, I have 2x plus 3 equals 0. Okay, the second factor equals 0. Subtract 3 on both sides, I get this. Divide by 2, I get negative 3/2. So I have solved the equation. Again, all these examples are examples on how to use the zero product principle. And again, the zero product principle helps me solve an equation if and only if the equations that we want to solve are written in the form of a product of expressions. Okay?